Have you spent your whole life working hard, yet still feel like true financial freedom is always out of reach? Maybe the issue isn't how much you earn, but where you let your money go to work for you. Many people in their middle age are beginning to realize that relying solely on pensions or traditional savings is no longer enough to maintain a stable lifestyle, let alone achieve financial freedom. In today's video, we're going to explore 5 types of assets that can not only preserve your wealth, but also allow it to grow and multiply, opening the door to lasting wealth and genuine financial independence. Asset 1. Dividend stocks. Among the safest and most effective financial tools available today, dividend-paying stocks have emerged as one of the most reliable assets to bring you closer to true financial stability and freedom. Unlike growth stocks, which rely heavily on price appreciation, dividend stocks are issued by well-established companies that operate in essential sectors such as consumer goods, healthcare, energy, or finance. These companies consistently distribute a portion of their profits to shareholders in the form of regular dividends. By investing in dividend-paying stocks, you own a share of these powerful businesses and receive a steady stream of income quarter after quarter, regardless of how the stock market performs. This consistency is a major advantage, especially in today's volatile global economy, where inflation continues eroding American households' purchasing power. What truly sets this asset apart is its ability to generate stable, passive income. Many of the companies listed as dividend aristocrats, those that have increased their dividend payouts every year for at least 25 consecutive years, demonstrate a deep commitment to long-term investors. For those approaching retirement, the reassurance of receiving monthly or quarterly income without dipping into their principal is invaluable. This is why dividend stocks are increasingly seen as a safer, smarter alternative to traditional savings accounts where interest rates have become disappointingly low. But dividend stocks offer more than just passive cash flow. They also present long-term growth potential through the power of compounding. When investors choose to reinvest dividends into additional shares, they create a compounding effect over time. This money makes money dynamic allows your wealth to grow exponentially even if your initial investment remains unchanged. It's a strategy widely adopted by financially successful Americans. They don't need to sell their assets to cover expenses. They live comfortably off the dividend income alone. Imagine having a passive income stream that flows into your account every quarter like clockwork. For middle-aged individuals who typically have a solid financial foundation and are seeking lower-risk investment strategies, dividend-paying stocks are an exceptionally fitting choice. They don't require deep financial expertise, are easily accessible through popular U.S. trading platforms, and allow you to start with modest capital. Even better, many of these platforms offer automatic dividend reinvestment options, helping you optimize your returns with minimal effort and without the need to monitor the market every day. Dividend stocks aren't just an investment, they are a strategy for building lasting peace of mind. They empower you to gradually reduce your reliance on a paycheck or retirement pension, allowing you to transition into a life where work is driven by passion, not financial pressure. You'll have the freedom to spend more time with family, travel, pursue hobbies, and still enjoy a steady, reliable income every month. If you're in your middle years and looking for a smart way to protect and grow your wealth, dividend stocks are an asset you simply can't afford to overlook. They don't just help you keep your money, they make your money work harder for you every day, every month, every year. Remember, the wealthy don't just work for money, they make their assets work for them. And now you can too. Asset 2. Rental real estate. Unlike more abstract investments like stocks or bonds, rental property is a physical asset. You can see it, touch it, and manage it. Owning a home or apartment and leasing it out long-term gives you two major advantages: monthly income from rent and the potential for long-term property appreciation. In many U.S. cities, real estate values have doubled or more over the past few decades, offering patient investors a double benefit. One of real estate's greatest advantages is leverage. You don't need the full purchase price up front to buy a property. Instead, you can borrow a large portion from a bank, often at relatively low interest rates, especially with a strong credit history, and make a modest initial investment. As you gradually pay off the loan, it's the tenants who are effectively covering your mortgage through their monthly rent payments. This is a common strategy among seasoned investors, turning a small initial outlay into a six-figure asset over time. Real asset, real cash flow, real freedom. Rental real estate is more than just an investment. It's the foundation for building the life you've always wanted. With 1, 2, or 3 rental properties under your name, you're creating reliable passive income month after month. That cash flow can cover living expenses, help you save, fund new investments, or simply allow you to enjoy life without the stress of losing income once you retire. That's why real estate continues to be one of the top asset choices for those aiming to retire early, live independently, and protect their wealth from inflation. Another major benefit is real estate stability. While the stock market can fluctuate wildly, the demand for housing is constant, especially in densely populated cities with thriving economies. People will always need a place to live, no matter the economic climate. This makes rental properties one of the lower-risk long-term investment options, especially if you choose the right location and manage the property wisely. On top of that, owning rental property comes with significant tax advantages. In the U.S., real estate owners can deduct expenses such as mortgage interest, property taxes, maintenance costs, and depreciation, legally reducing their taxable income. These tax benefits allow real estate investors to keep more of what they earn. However, successful real estate investing does require some basic knowledge and a clear strategy. Finding the right property with a good location, reasonable price, strong appreciation potential, and rental demand is essential. Screening tenants carefully and keeping the property in good condition also helps ensure long-term cash flow stability. For those without the time or expertise to manage properties themselves, professional property management companies are an excellent solution, allowing you to enjoy the benefits of real estate without getting bogged down in day-to-day operations. When combined with other assets like dividend-paying stocks, rental real estate becomes a crucial part of a diversified investment strategy. For middle-aged individuals transitioning from active income to asset preservation and safe growth, real estate offers a reliable income stream alongside retirement funds and Social Security. Remember, it's not money that makes you wealthy, it's assets. And when invested and managed wisely, rental real estate is one of the smartest assets you can own. It offers steady income while building long-term value.
Asset 3. ETF funds and index funds. ETF and index funds are investment portfolios designed to replicate the performance of major market indices like the S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, or Dow Jones. In other words, instead of picking individual stocks one by one, you invest in hundreds of stocks at once with a single, simple transaction. This is how savvy investors build wealth, not by picking the magic stock, but by riding the natural growth of the entire economy. One of the greatest advantages of ETFs and index funds is their incredibly low cost. Unlike traditional mutual funds, which often charge high management fees in an attempt to beat the market and usually fail, index funds simply track the market, resulting in management fees as low as 0.1% per year. This allows investors to keep a much larger portion of their returns over time. Moreover, investing in indices maximizes risk diversification. Instead of betting your future on a handful of companies, you invest in the growth of hundreds of America's leading businesses, from technology giants to financial institutions, healthcare, and consumer sectors. When some companies falter, others flourish, helping maintain stability in your portfolio. This is why ETFs are a favorite among middle-class Americans, especially those who lack the time or expertise to monitor the market daily. A widely used strategy when investing in ETFs is dollar-cost averaging. This means investing a fixed amount of money regularly, monthly or quarterly, regardless of whether the market is rising or falling. This strategy removes emotion from investing, lets you buy more shares when prices are low, and steadily accumulates wealth over time. For middle-aged individuals aiming for a secure retirement, this method is perfect for building long-term assets without the stress of timing the market. Perhaps the most important benefit of ETFs and index funds is that they enable sustainable wealth building without requiring financial expertise. You don't need to spend hours researching stocks or tracking every market fluctuation. Instead, you let your assets work passively and grow with the overall economy. This is how many Americans have accumulated hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars in retirement accounts like 401ks or IRAs by investing in indices such as the S&P 500. Another reason ETFs are ideal for middle-aged investors is their flexibility and accessibility. You can start with just a few $100s and gradually increase your investment over time. Modern investment platforms like Vanguard, Fidelity, and Charles Schwab offer high-quality ETFs with low costs and fully automated recurring investment options. This means you can set it and forget it, exactly the philosophy behind modern passive investing. In an economy full of volatility and rising inflation that erodes cash value, holding cash long-term is no longer a safe bet. On the contrary, investing in index funds helps your money not only preserve its value but also grow over time. Thanks to decades of growth in the U.S. stock market, S&P 500 index funds typically deliver average annual returns of 7 to 10%, ideal for retirement planning and inflation protection. Incorporating ETFs into your financial portfolio also diversifies your income streams during retirement. If you already own rental properties generating monthly cash flow and dividend stocks providing steady income, ETFs become the foundation for sustainable asset growth without excessive risk. This combination frees you from dependence on full-time work and moves you closer to early retirement or a more comfortable life without daily money worries. ETFs and index funds are not just financial instruments, they are smart strategies for building an independent, secure, and resilient future. For middle-aged individuals, when time becomes a precious commodity, the stability, efficiency, and passivity of ETFs make them the ideal choice for achieving financial freedom without sacrificing time or taking excessive risks. Asset 4. Money-making skills. Unlike physical assets, personal skills may be intangible, yet they hold undeniable practical value when leveraged correctly. Skills like writing, design, programming, accounting, or professional consulting can all be transformed into services or digital products, allowing you to earn money from home without significant upfront investment. With just a computer and internet connection, you can tap into a global market, deliver value, and build sustainable income. The greatest strength of this kind of asset is flexibility. You can work part-time, manage your own schedule, and, most importantly, build a career that fits your lifestyle and personal health. For many middle-aged people seeking work-life balance, personal skills serve as a bridge to gradually transition careers without overwhelming pressure. This is also an effective solution for those wanting to leave full-time jobs while maintaining steady income. Another advantage is that many skills endure and evolve over time. They don't become obsolete as certain technologies or short-lived industries. Writing, accounting, project management, or communication skills are foundational abilities that the market constantly demands. This means you don't have to chase every new trend to remain valuable and competitive. Moreover, investing in personal skills carries very low risk. You can start learning through inexpensive or free online courses, practice with small projects, gradually build your reputation, and expand your offerings. Although this process takes time, it spares you from the risk of losing everything as can happen with stock or real estate investments. This approach diversifies your income while keeping risk under control, especially valuable during economic uncertainty. Personal skills also provide an excellent foundation to create digital assets. Once you have expertise, you can develop blogs, online courses, ebooks, newsletters, or Substack others. These assets can generate passive income for years without requiring continuous work. Beyond that, you can sell services on platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, Teachable, Gumroad, or Substack, where millions of clients worldwide seek solutions from independent experts. It is worth noting that skills can also grow into small business systems. If you become proficient in a field, you can train others, offer consulting services, or even build a team. This not only increases your income, but also contributes value to your community and builds a proud professional legacy. On the journey toward financial freedom, money-making skills are among the most sustainable assets you can own, and you never lose them. When markets shift and economies fluctuate, skills are your personal capital to adapt, adjust, and move forward. For middle-aged Americans, this is a powerful tool to maintain financial independence without relying solely on pensions or government support. Asset 5. Small business or passive income. In today's digital era, where technology and the internet open doors of opportunity for everyone, owning a small business or generating passive income is no longer a distant dream. Especially for middle-aged Americans, those who have accumulated experience, skills, and a degree of stability, this is the perfect moment to transform a simple idea into a sustainable cash flow without sacrificing every hour of the day. Owning a small business here doesn't mean renting storefronts or investing hundreds of thousands of dollars. On the contrary, many modern business models can start with just a computer and an internet connection. Ventures like online sales, digital services, affiliate marketing, ebook publishing, or building a YouTube channel are becoming widespread trends thanks to their flexibility, low cost, and enormous scalability. This is the power of digital assets. You build it once, and if done correctly, it continues to generate value for years. The most striking advantage of this model is its ability to operate alongside your main job. You don't have to quit or risk your entire personal finances to get started. Instead, you can dedicate a few hours each week to gradually build your foundation. From a blog sharing your expertise, a small shop on Amazon or Etsy, to producing video content, podcasts, or email newsletters. Every small step contributes to a secondary income stream without jeopardizing your current earnings. What sets passive income apart from traditional wages is that you don't have to trade time for money forever. Once an efficient system is in place, whether it's a YouTube video series, an online course, or a downloadable digital product, you start earning steady income even while you sleep, vacation, or spend time with family. This is the money-printing machine that many successful people quietly build, especially after 40, when quality time and mental health become top priorities. Moreover, owning a small business brings a sense of control and mastery over your life. You get to choose how you work, who you serve, and the pace of your growth. No longer dependent on a boss, fixed hours, or corporate policies, this flexibility fuels passion and motivation, crucial elements as you enter the second chapter of your career. Another long-term benefit is the potential to build a sellable asset. If you grow your small business large enough, whether it's a website with steady traffic, a YouTube channel with a loyal audience, or a trusted digital product brand, you can sell it for a substantial price. Many middle-aged entrepreneurs have successfully turned side hustles into valuable assets that can be inherited or sold for early retirement. Additionally, this model helps diversify your income sources, an extremely important factor in today's volatile economy. Instead of relying solely on a single income stream, having extra cash flow from a small business or digital product empowers you to manage spending, invest wisely, and plan for retirement more proactively. However, it's important to face reality. Building passive income is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It demands perseverance, strategic thinking, and long-term commitment. But with advancements in technology, artificial intelligence, and business platforms today, starting over has never been easier, especially for those who have life experience and understand the unique value they bring to the community. In summary, small businesses and passive income streams are incredibly flexible and effective assets, particularly suited for Americans over 35 seeking long-term stability, time freedom, and control over life after 40. They not only generate sustainable cash flow, but also serve as crucial stepping stones toward true financial freedom. If you are looking for an independent financial path without sacrificing health or personal happiness, start with a small idea today. Sometimes a great asset begins with a simple but wise step.
If you want to dive deeper into how to build each of these assets, from long-term investing strategies and leveraging finances to simple tips for starting a small business or generating passive income, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and leave a comment saying "Financial Freedom" below the video. We will continue to accompany you on your financial transformation journey, not just to live sufficiently, but to live fully with everything you deserve.